Get ready for freshness meets deliciousness with my peach avocado chicken salad. Sweet, juicy peaches are mixed with crisp leafy greens and smooth, lightly salted avocado. I'm going to show you how to cook juicy chicken in your air fryer. I'm going to start with one chicken breast, and as you can see, it's thicker on one end and thinner on the other. So to help it cook evenly, I'm going to flatten it out so it's an even thickness. Now I have found it works best to just put it inside of a plastic bag and then just take something strong and heavy in your kitchen. You could use a meat mallet, or in my case, a rolling pin, but we're just going to pound our chicken until it's an even thickness. And then once our chicken is pounded, we'll go ahead and just slide it right out of the bag. I'm gonna keep my bag nice and flat so that I can place my chicken right on top of it. And to help keep our chicken moist and juicy while it's in the air fryer, go ahead and just pour on a little bit of olive oil. And I'm just gonna rub that around. And I'll flip it over. Get some oil on that side as well. And now we can add our seasonings. I'll just start with some coarse sea salt, and I'll generously sprinkle it over the chicken. And I'm gonna sprinkle on some paprika just till it has a light layer of color. And I'm gonna take some onion powder and sprinkle some of that on as well. And then we'll take some garlic powder and go ahead and sprinkle some of that on. So you probably need a total of about a teaspoon of these spices. Last but not least, we'll add on a dash of pepper. And then we'll flip our chicken over and repeat. And now it's ready to go into the air fryer. Now your air fryer might have a full basket or a tray like mine, and my little tray has this little loop on top, so I'm actually gonna flip my tray over, and then you want to spray it with some oil so that the chicken doesn't stick. So I'm just spraying some olive oil. I'll go ahead and lower that back into the basket, and then we're just gonna take our piece of chicken and just lay it down inside. Now we'll just put our basket into the air fryer. We're gonna set this for 8 minutes at 400 degrees and start. And then halfway through, my air fryer will beep at me, letting me know that it's the halfway point. And at that time, I'll want to flip the chicken over. So if your air fryer doesn't have an automatic timer, go ahead and set a timer for about 4 minutes so that you can flip your chicken. Well, my halfway beeper just went off, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my tray out. And then I'm just gonna take some tongs and take my chicken and flip it over, and back inside it goes. For another 4 minutes. Well, my timer just beeped, so our chicken has cooked for the 8 minutes. But before we take it out, we want to test the internal temperature. So I'm gonna poke my thermometer in here. We want an internal temperature of 165, and we're only at about 141. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back in for about 2 minutes, and then we'll check the temperature again. Your cook time will vary depending on the thickness of your chicken. Well, our timer just beeped again, so now I'm gonna check my temperature, and we are at 165. So this chicken is done. So now we want to remove our chicken from the air fryer and then just place it on a plate. And then we need to let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I used to think that was a little overrated, but I found it actually does make a huge difference in locking in all those juices inside the chicken. I have a piece of chicken here that I cooked yesterday that has been in my fridge. So I can go ahead and just slice through this. It's just soft and tender and ready to soak up the flavors of our dressing. And a great way to make your salad even more nutrient dense is to add seeds. And one of my favorite is pumpkin seeds. And I like them even better when they're lightly toasted with some butter and some salt. So I'm gonna show you how quickly you can toast up some pumpkin seeds. So you just take a saucepan and add about a teaspoon of butter. And then we're just going to pour in about a 1/4 cup of seeds. Sprinkle in some salt and then stir those around. Starts to smell like buttered popcorn. And then very quickly, those seeds are gonna start popping. You can hear them already. And you'll want to keep an eye on them because they're gonna toast pretty quick. So you'll want to stir them around. You can see some of them are already starting to turn brown. So as soon as they start to have this really beautiful amber color and you can smell the toastedness, you know they're done. So we'll go ahead and turn off our heat. And then we'll go ahead and transfer these to a paper plate with just some paper towel on it. They can help soak up any excess butter while they cool off. They smell so good. I'm a little embarrassed to admit how long it took me before I started making my own salad dressings. For some reason, I just thought that there was this mysterious formula to make a delicious dressing. That could not be further from the truth because they are so easy to make, especially this honey balsamic vinegar dressing. We're gonna start with just 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And extra light olive oil is my favorite. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. And this is optional, but to add a little bit of sweetness, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of honey. You could also use maple syrup. And then for some delicious flavor, we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and a couple dashes of pepper. And give it a stir. And that's it. You have this delicious dressing for your salad. Now we can assemble our salad, and you can use any leafy green mix that you like. I'm going to use a baby spring mix, and I'm going to measure out about 4 cups, which is about 2 handfuls per salad. And I like to cut down my lettuce pieces so they're a little more bite-sized, which makes it easier to eat. So I'll just take a handful here in my knife and just make some simple cuts. And then we can just add this to our bowl. Now we can add one of our co-stars to the salad, which is a peach. Now I have the stone variety and they don't peel in half super easily, but I have a very simple hack that makes it easy to pit this peach. So you'll want to hold it up like it's the earth with the stem on top, and then taking your knife, you just want to cut around the equator. So I'm gonna make a quick slice around the peach, and then you take the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere and give them a twist, and then it pops right in half. And then you can take your pit and just kind of wiggle it back and forth a little, give it a twist, and it comes out as well. So now we'll go ahead and just slice our peaches. So you can either leave them as slices or cut them into chunks. I prefer chunks so that they're already bite-sized. Now the other co-star to the salad is of course avocado, and I like to use about 1/4 of an avocado in my salad. So I'll just take the half and then use my knife and gently slice down the middle, and then I'll just make some very thin slices, and I can feel a little bit of tension knowing that I'm not cutting through the skin. And then I can flip my peach and then make some very narrow little slices this direction. And then before I spoon it out, I want to give it a little bit of salt because that will really help bring out the avocado flavor. And then with a spoon, I can very easily just spoon out all my little slices that are pre-chopped. And then with your chicken, you can either put it right onto your salad as strips, or you can also pre-chop it to where it's already bite-sized. That is my preference, so I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly chop down these strips of chicken. We're ready to assemble our salad, and you can decide if you want to pre-dress the salad with your dressing or wait till it's all assembled and then pour your dressing on top. I prefer to pre-mix my lettuce with the dressing and then add all of my other ingredients on top. So I'm gonna go ahead, take our dressing, give it a quick stir, and then I'll add a couple spoonfuls here to my lettuce, and then give that a quick mix. That smells so fresh and delicious. Now that my lettuce is nice and mixed, I'll go ahead and just add my chunks of chicken, as well as the creamy, lightly salted avocado, and then our juicy peaches. So to add even more flavor to the salad, I'm going to add some feta cheese. So I'll just take a couple little handfuls of some crumbles, about 2 tablespoons worth. It also adds a really beautiful texture to the salad. And last but not least, we have our toasted pumpkin seeds. So I can go ahead and sprinkle on about a tablespoon of seeds. Oh, that looks so good. And now for the best part. That tastes so good. That is so fresh and vibrant. First I get the tang from the balsamic vinegar, but it's lightly sweetened by the honey. And then I get the creaminess of the avocado as well as the fresh, juicy peach. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen to make this fresh, easy salad. And I hope this gives you a new idea to freshen up your salad lineup. And if you'd like to see the full recipe for this video, I've included a link in the video description below. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have a friend who could also use a new salad idea, please share this video with them. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen next time.